What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Wars in the Stars, episode number 100. 100 episodes. Wow. Time flies, man.
1 million, baby. Let's go.
100
Million.
episodes. Yeah. 100. Wow. Feels weird to say. We started this about a little over 2 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
No?
Yeah.
Alex, how's your week been, my man?
Fine. Just worked and worked and worked and worked and worked. It's
There we
been It's been funny though because oh my god, I've been an absolute nuisance at my job to my coworkers.
Really?
We were running this weird competition of like behavior, I guess.
Okay.
I guess just enforcing our I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm
Enforcing your
lost.
policy, you're saying, or like?
No, I don't even know. I guess just enforcing expectations.
Okay.
And I won. And we got a gift card to our job. Which wow.
There we go.
What a grand prize.
There we go.
But no, I've been a nuisance because I've been going around saying I'm the GOAT, greatest of all time. The GOAT
Oh my god.
The GOAT doing goated things, And it's not only that. Listen, I fucked my coworkers up in this competition. Fucked them up, and I'm very happy to say that I did.
Wow.
I hate 2 of my coworkers.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Okay, actually, after yesterday, I tolerate one of them. I hate the other, and I like the rest. And no, actually, no. I tolerate one. I hate 2 of them, and I like the rest.
Okay.
Yeah. What about yourself? What about yourself? Okay. What about you?
Work has been good.
Okay.
I'm trying to do some more things.
He's gonna cut my heart out one day. It's okay.
I can't do that yet. I can't do that. Done with summer baseball. Then I'm coaching.
Nice.
Didn't go so well, but that's okay. That's how the dice rolls sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't get into specifics, obviously, but yeah, just doesn't go how you want to go sometimes, but is what it is. I feel like it's kind of out of the blue. I don't know if we want to do this, but before we get into Secret Invasion, do we want to just talk about our favorite moments on the podcast so far? For 100 episodes, what has been some of your favorite things, favorite memories, moments, or least favorite?
All of the moments where we were supposed to have a maybe 3-minute conversation about something and then it divulged into 40-minute rants.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
I would say every single time it happens.
It happens a lot. There's been a lot of them. If you go back and look at our TikTok that I haven't been on in forever,
same.
I'm pretty sure we have a thing where we argue about or discuss Christian Bale playing Gore and how we think he should look, and it was literally a 30-minute long conversation about that when it was supposed to be 3.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of those, but they're always productive and good.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I'm trying to go through the channel real quick.
I think maybe, and I was watching it the other day, it was when we were experimenting, it's just when we transitioned to this channel after doing it on my channel for a little bit. I think for half a year we did that.
Yeah. I think for
it was our
first 30 episodes.
Yeah, it was our No Way Home trailer reaction. And it's the only time we've ever done a trailer reaction, I think.
God,
we did an Turtles one, and at the end, it's just Alex screaming with Doc Ock. And it was such a great moment. It was such a great moment.
Crazy to think. Episode 30 was the first one on this episode. Was on this channel.
And what was it?
Captain America: The First Avenger rewatch.
There we go.
Yeah. And then our first. Here. let's go through this. Let's go through this. What was our first movie review?
Well, on the old channel, it was Black Widow.
But on this channel,
Shang-Chi, right?
it was Shang-Chi. It was.
I don't think we're on that one.
What? No. Yeah, I was gone for that.
You were gone for like a month or so. And then I think the first one we did together on this channel was Venom Let There Be Carnage.
Yep. Yep. What was our first trailer we reacted to?
Was it Eternals?
It was Eternals. Oh my
Yeah!
god, there you go.
There we go.
Look.
Holy shit, that feels so long ago.
It does.
We were so stupid back then. We still are, but
this will be a hard one. What was our first Star Wars movie we rewatched and re-reviewed on here?
First, we did a re-review of a Star Wars film?
We did a re-review of quite a lot of Star Wars.
Was it Rise of Skywalker?
Mm-mm.
Am
Now,
I in?
There was one. They were posted almost back to back, and one had
Was it-
just you. One had both of us.
Was it Revenge of the Sith?
Nope.
Am I in the right ballpark? With
Nope.
which one?
It was
Is
Solo.
it Really?
Solo was our first. Was our first Star Wars piece. The thing that our channel is named after. It is the first thing.
We talked about Solo, a Star Wars story.
That was the first thing.
Wow. What was the first television show we did? Let me guess.
Okay. You might not guess it.
Was it Hawkeye?
Nope. Just a little before Hawkeye.
Oh fuck! What came out before Hawkeye?
Actually, I think it could have been coming out simultaneously. No, I don't think they came out simultaneously. It was Marvel, I'll tell you that.
Wait, was it What If?
It was What If?
Oh my
5.
god, yo, what? That's crazy. That's a long time ago.
It was. No, that was the first Solo. We did have What If. Episode 3 was our first one.
That's when I did the shitty thumbnails. Yeah.
What was the first movie we entirely re-reviewed and rewatched on this channel? Oh, I don't know if you're gonna get it. It's super obscure. Oh wait, no, I told you it was first.
Oh, it's the first Avenger, right? Yeah.
It was the second one.
Fuck, we did this a while ago. We should do this again. Just for fun. Is it Thor?
Very close. Very close.
Is it Thor: The Dark World?
Nope. You're getting further away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, is it Iron Man 2?
It was Iron Man 2.
Oh my god.
Yep. Very tonally different movies.
Very.
Yeah. That's crazy though. I was gonna say, ooh, here's a fun one. On this channel specifically, what was the first show that we watched in its entirety and reviewed each episode of? On this channel.
This channel.
This channel only.
That both of us were on.
Yep.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it Hawkeye?
Hold on. Well, I guess technically on one of these. Oh wow, that's crazy. Hold on, wait.
It's gotta be Hawkeye, right?
Hold on.
I think it's Hawkeye.
Nope. Because for Hawkeye, I was gone for half of it. I was gone.
Really?
So for episode 1 and 2, it was just you.
Okay.
Episode 3, it was your friend. Episode 4, it was me. Episode 5, it was your friend again. And then episode 6, it was me.
So would it be Boba?
It would be Book of the Boba Fett. That's where we were. Even though you did one of the episodes by yourself, and was I really gone for this many?
What the hell?
No, actually, I remember. I think this is when I was working at Aquatots.
Yeah. I think I also had a messed up because we had we couldn't do it. Shit.
Yeah.
So what was
Oh my
after
God.
Boba Fett?
But wait. What was what was the first episode that we had that featured a special guest on this channel, and who was the special guest?
Okay, we've only had one, right? Two?
We've had two, but one of them was not on this channel.
Oh my God, you know who it is, right? It's it's that what's his face? Car2D2, whatever the hell it was.
Nope.
No, it was Element, right?
Channel. It was Element, but on what thing? There was a specific reason why we brought Element on.
Well, Bad Batch, right?
Nope.
What was it?
It was the Book of Boba Fett.
Book of Boba Fett.
It was the Book of Boba Fett series finale.
That's the last time we've had a guest.
Yep. No.
Yo, remember we had
Bad Batch?
Yeah.
No, Bad Batch didn't come out yet. Oh yeah. Oh no, Bad Batch was on your channel, right?
Yeah. Remember we had Car2D2?
Yes, we certainly did.
That was a mistake, guys. It's a long time ago.
It was something.
We had Maddie the Archivist on.
Yeah. Okay, let me. What was the first show me and you rewatched and reviewed?
WandaVision?
Nope. It's the best show in the
The Mandalorian.
No.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
No. It was the best. It's the best show in its franchise.
Am I gonna get mad if I don't know this?
It's Star Wars.
Oh, the Clone Wars.
No.
Oh fuck! It's the stupid one, Star Wars Rebels. Yeah, there we go.
Stupid one. Oh my God. All right, one more question, and then we'll get into Secret Invasion. What was the first and only DC movie we reviewed?
The Batman.
Batman. Oh my God. Oopsie.
Oh my God. Wow. There's been a lot of fun memories on this channel, man.
Yeah. Actually, I do have one more question.
Okay.
This might be hard. What was the first video from this point forward where I started making the thumbnails?
Okay, so I know it's around the time of Moon Knight and Doctor Strange. I am very positive, and it's Moon Knight, maybe let's say episode 5, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness preview. Did I get it right?
God, that was spot on.
Did I get it right?
It was you were mostly right. I'll give it to you. It was just episode 5, but then yes, I did do episode 6 of Moon Knight in the Doctor Strange preview. So
there we go.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You were uber spot.
Yeah, I know it was around that time because I checked the other day because I was curious.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Wow. 100 episodes. What has been your favorite thing that we've reviewed?
I'd be impartial to say not Rebels, but I guess because of how bad it was, She-Hulk.
Really? I think that was probably, if I'm gonna be honest, I wanted to kill myself doing those shows half the time.
They were really bad, which made it really fun to talk about. But also, She-Hulk also has a little bit of a soft spot because Andor was releasing simultaneously.
Yeah.
So
that was also a weird time because I was transitioning into school and we would do 7 episodes of 2 shows at once.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep.
My favorite probably be No Way Home. That period of time was so fun.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That period of time was just so fun. I miss that. I don't think we'll ever get that feeling again.
Unfortunately not. That's crazy. That's crazy that you remembered all that too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh
Nuts.
shit! I should have had Stormy on.
Why not? Oh well. Too late now.
Too late now. Yeah, he filled in for a little bit. Derek, my boy Derek, filled in.
Yeah.
We got to get a guest on, but who could we have a guest?
Dude, we should have gotten for the first episode, for the first or for
Oh my
100 the
God.
first guest. What was his name?
I don't remember him, dude.
I have him on. Gabe, was it?
Yeah.
We should have gotten Gabe.
I'm an idiot. Why did I have a guest on for the first episode? That was so dumb of me.
Oh well, it worked out. Worked out in my opinion.
We never got Palpatine Politics on. He disappeared. Remember that guy?
I do. Oh, man. Still top 10 things. Wish would have happened, but we never got.
I've talked to some interesting people.
Yeah. I remember you had that one guy on.
Jedi Derelict.
Yep.
Interesting guy. I've had some other
So way to put it.
I've had some other interesting people on the channel, my channel. So I met Alex. I had like a really dumb take, I think, and then that's how it started. I had a dumb take. Like I think it was a bad like.
One of us had a bad.
No, it was me. It was me. It was me because like Choco made a video. This is when like I shouldn't say this, when Choco and them were good. Sorry, I'm not Ron.
I didn't say nothing here.
I'm not Ron. Sorry. This is when they were like good content creators that didn't just like shit on other ones like privately. That kind of, let's be fair, kind of made them. But anyways, this is when they were good. Okay.
Wow.
I mean, I gotta be honest sometimes here, folks.
For the throat. Guys, cover up your throats. He's coming for the jugular.
All love though.
Is it?
It's all love here, but truth needs to be heard. Anyways, this is when they were good content creators, and he made a good call out video, and then you made a video, and then I'm like, this guy's an idiot, and then I'm then I responded to him.
An L take.
Then I responded to him. Then I wanted to have a conversation with him. We had like a nice, cordial conversation, and then a couple months later, I'm like, hey, I want a podcast, and I asked him to be my co-host. At that time, it was Candy in my van. Now it's that one guy, which I like a lot better.
Yep. I was gonna say, I don't think we ever publicly addressed what TOG or what TOG stood for. That stand for that one guy.
That one guy, which I like a lot better than Candy in my van, because anytime somebody who didn't watch this and was one of my friends saw that,
just a random message from a guy named Candy in my van, which, by the way, I still do have the handle for. I still have it. It's not my main TikTok handle anymore, but my secondary one is Candy in my van, spelled the same way.
Yeah.
I made sure when I was doing it, bro, I literally had like my computer set up to make it or to rename my account and my phone. I had to make sure it was like a smooth. Nobody took it. Nobody did.
Classic.
So.
Yeah, it's certainly been fun, interesting. A lot of stuff. We got a lot more stuff planned. Obviously, like I think we could go into some stuff we've learned about like ourselves with the channel. Like for me, like at first, I really wanted this to be like, I wouldn't say a big thing, but I was way more organized than like I ever should have been. And I think like in the last like 6 months, I think me and you have just been like, let's just do this thing for fun, man. We don't like, we were taking it super serious at one point, like last summer even, or a couple summers ago even. And I think we just realized like, hey, let's just like have fun and just, we don't care. Let's just do it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's when things though are kind of at their best, when they're just fun. But the thing that I've learned is that I'm the GOAT. Just the GOAT doing goated things 24/7, 48/7, 57/7. Just me. That's what I've learned. Goated person doing goated things.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not him. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
Take that back.
You're not that guy. You're not him. You are not him.
Take that back. See, you know what? It's crazy. Something that I've always realized when I was going through all these, how many times I've changed my setup and my background. I was in there for a while.
Yeah.
I was at this wall for a while.
That's right.
I was at the wall that I'm currently on, but shifted more over to the right. So
yeah, I think we're back to the place I first met you. I think we've come like full circle. I think this is where I like the place I originally met you.
It could have been. It could have been, but yeah, it's crazy how my episode 1 the walls were orange, yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're dark gray. It looks so.
Oh, you got it painted. That's right. You were telling me you got it painted.
Yes, and I got like blackout curtains too. So like, dude, if we ever wanted to do like the morning episodes, it'd be pitch black in here.
Yeah. I was originally over there.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in a couple of different spots in this. It hasn't really changed a lot. I've had a 2-desk setup. I'm back to a 1-desk setup.
Nice.
My window's here now, so that's where I get my natural light from. I'm just using natural light. Come in here. I have my television here. Like my setup has changed a lot. Did I do an episode at my college? I didn't, right? No, I haven't.
I think you did it for your other show.
I think I might have.
But
I might do that next year because I'm in a suite.
Mm-hmm.
So like I can manage that. You just might see people in the background being like, what the fuck's happening? Or who knows?
Have them come over and talk.
Yeah, we could. Yeah. I'm sure they'll watch. Yeah, they like that stuff. They'd watch it with me. My favorite things are also Alex's cat.
My cat or the loud background 24/7.
The cat was the best. There was like a period of time where your cat just would constantly.
Damn it. You know what's crazy? She's been fixed for so long now that it's like, man, it's crazy to think that that was a thing that would happen.
Just all the time.
And dude, it wasn't all the time. It was all the time in like, at like, dude, breaking eardrums level. But now she doesn't do it. And it's like,
I haven't heard it in forever. I kind of miss it. It's kind of like
no, I don't miss it.
Yeah, it must have been really annoying.
If I could go another day in my life without having to hear it, I'd be great. And I don't have to, so.
That dog, I mean, that cat was a horn dog, man.
Yeah. But hey, look, it's whatever now. She's been done fixed. So
There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's been a really fun 100 episodes. I hope we can go another 100. I think we will.
1,000.
1,000. Then we just end.
I was gonna say, you got to think though, like at some point, like if we're at 100 and we've done this for 2 years, it's about 50 episodes a year.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I mean, 1,000.
Yeah. You know what I do hope gets better for the next 100? My fucking audio.
You know what I hope gets better for the next 100? The content.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, that's not on us.
That's the truth.
That's not on us. We're the most entertaining people there are.
No, I'm not saying I'm saying the content we talk about.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just saying
we're entertainment enough. You just hear us scream into a microphone, into a void about how we think these things are terrible and how we should be the writers of these things.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, basically, yeah.
We should get a guest on. I don't know who we would get on, but we should get a guest on.
Someone, maybe. Who knows?
But I just like me and you because I feel like I know this sounds to come off bad, but like we have a pretty good chemistry, right? I just anytime I have a guest, I don't know like
You don't know how we should be behaving.
okay.
That's my problem. Is I don't know how.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
We
how to
do say
behave
some
around
out of
people.
you do so we do say some out of pocket stuff here sometimes.
It's all warranted though.
It's funny. Yeah. Well, wait, what was the first thing we ever reviewed was Bad Batch and Loki.
Yep.
Bad Batch. Wow.
Season 1, really bad.
Wow. Holy shit. Oof. Alrighty. Well, are we ready to talk about Secret Invasion?
I guess.
Okay. Where do you want to start?
Look, it's like this episode was good. Okay, like let's not sugarcoat. It was good,
right?
But it's like I don't know. Like I feel weird because I'm just like I don't feel like I can. I don't feel like I can talk about it for that long. It's good. In a sense,
right?
Like, it's just good. I'm enjoying it. I'm watching it earlier in the day than I used to. I guess if that's I'm still not waking up for 3 a.m.
No.
But it's kind of like, wow, this is actually really good. Oh, the last episode is next week.
Right.
Oh, still good, I guess.
I don't know if you feel this, but like it's got the feel of like it's a drag, but also like, oh shit, it's over.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like it's a drag, but it's a good drag. Oh, the drag's over.
Right. I just feel like the first 2 episodes were way too long. I feel like the last 2 episodes I've really liked, they were short, compact, and got to the point.
That's what I'm like, honest to God, really nervous for Ahsoka.
Right.
Because they weren't they saying like that show's gonna be like an hour-long episode each week, and there's freaking 8 episodes.
Right. Oh shit. That's 3 movies.
Basically, yeah. Which again, I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at. Like let it be known. I'm not mad at things being long. It's just like that's what she said. I'm more or less like I want to enjoy what I'm watching, and it's not that I'm not enjoying Secret Invasion. It's more or less it's just like, man, I'm just not like into it. Like I don't feel enthralled.
It doesn't have that gravitas that just draws. It doesn't have the wow factor that draws you. It tries to, like it has the little Easter eggs, right?
Yeah.
And again, some of this shit is just some of it is so fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Fury with the Avengers DNA is the dumbest thing ever. I'm sorry. What is the point?
Such a weird plot convenience that is just like that makes borderline no sense.
I collected the blood out of every single Avenger and I put it in and made a thing that could literally destroy the whole world. It makes sense for Fury's character, obviously, right? Because since the first Avengers movie, this guy's been trying to make secret weapons, right? We saw that in the first Avengers, right? But like, there was no like established relationship between Fury and Gravik, really. I didn't get that. And then now all of a sudden it's like, yeah, it's Fury versus Gravik head on. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Like,
and Gravik was a field agent. What?
Yeah. And it's like, again, I will admit, I was hyped up for that final scene at the end of Fury, dressing up in his 2012 look.
Yeah.
But like again, it's like, wow, that's cool, but like, Like I don't. Yeah, like again, it's just weird because I'm just like again, it's not that I'm not excited for it. It's just like I don't know. This isn't hooking me like something like Star Wars would.
Right.
And so I think that's what's going against it right now. And I think that is like another major thing. It's just like there is a Star Wars project that me and I assume you have wanted forever. Literally less
Probably a
than
decade plus.
yeah,
Yeah.
literally like a month away.
Yeah.
And this is what we're being served on a platter.
Right. And again,
It's like again, it's good. The way that I feel about Secret Invasion is I feel like the restaurant Baby Bob?
no.
Oh my god, I don't even know how to describe it. What is Baby Bob? Because Baby Bob, okay, it's an Asian grill restaurant, okay?
Okay.
For me, Baby Bob is a restaurant where it's like I'll eat it, but it's not my first choice. It's honestly not in my first like 20 choices.
Okay.
Again, good, but not for me.
Okay.
That's how I feel about Secret Invasion. That's like the only good way that I can like.
Good analogy to describe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that's how I feel. I just feel like again, good, really solid. Like I won't lie to you, but I'm not like choosing to watch this series on a given day. Just like when things like again, Rebels, Clone Wars, Loki, WandaVision, Moon Knight, Daredevil, and all that exists. It's just like, come on, bro. Your spaces. You're in a clouded space right now. The Boys, Invincible, like it just goes on and on and on.
Right.
It's just like, come on, man. Like,
in the space that it's in, right? The superhero genre that's so vast now, that's vaster than anything. It's mediocre. And I think I've even heard just average people, just people who don't follow this stuff as religiously as we do, say it's good, but you kind of have to be a diehard fan to watch all this through.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's so weird. If you would have told me, if I would have told you, let's say around the time of what? Civil War? We'll even go Infinity War. Samuel L. Jackson, Ben Mendelsohn starring in Secret Invasion. And people didn't give a shit. You would have slapped me in the face and said, nah, Marvel's that might be their best thing. And it's not even like close. Now I will say, and I think we can do this as a game. Let's just go with every Disney Plus Marvel show, live action. Is this better or worse than She-Hulk?
Definitely better.
Definitely better. Miss Marvel?
I'd say definitely better.
I'd say better. What else?
Hawkeye?
Better.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
I resonate with the main characters more, but I think Secret Invasion's better.
Written better, yes. Again, I feel the same way. I feel like I'd rather watch Bucky and Sam more than Nick Fury.
Right. But I think the story is tighter with Secret Invasion. I agree.
Yeah. Loki?
Oh, it's not even like close. Loki.
WandaVision?
I'm not as high on WandaVision as most people are, but I would say the highs of WandaVision I would take over this, absolutely.
Yeah.
Moon Knight.
Yeah, I'd rather take Moon Knight. Yeah, Moon Knight feels better produced. It's also one of those things that like Moon Knight also like is over like a real life thing with dissociative identity disorder. So it's like I don't say it like, I don't got DID, so it's not hitting home for me, but it's like,
right.
It's a real thing. And it's good to see it kind of fantasized in a cool way. But it's also just like, again, I felt like the story was better. The villain was better. It's like, I didn't feel like there was an ounce of like I didn't feel like Moon Knight at all dragged.
Right.
I felt like I wanted to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch that show.
Yeah.
I just don't feel that here.
I think Secret Invasion is a okay show. It's what's sad about it is that it's better than most of the shows, like we just said.
Yeah, it is better, but the problem is these shows that are bad are about people we like.
Right.
So I feel like even if the show is bad, like again, even if Hawkeye was bad, Hawkeye is one of my favorite Avengers in the MCU, in like comics in general. So it's like, Nick Fury's not up there for me.
Right.
Like even if his show isn't technically better, I'd still would just rather go watch that.
Right. Absolutely.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, for me, and again, like, I saw people on Twitter literally talking, "Oh my God, look, it's the guy from Black Widow who gave Black Widow the stuff." I'm like, dude, I do not give a shit.
While that was like happening, I literally was like going on. And I was like, "Wait, isn't that the guy from Black Widow?" But I couldn't remember, and I was too lazy to. I was too lazy to look it up. So I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna guess it is."
It's just like cool.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, cool, I guess. I feel like she's disappeared for like half the show, and then she came Sonya, whatever her name is.
Sonya Fellsworth, yeah.
Do you feel like she's just disappeared and now just reemerged? And that's the way I felt.
Yeah, but I honestly like her character. I think she's the best character in the show.
Yes.
She's funny and she's just like to the point.
She's very badass.
Like, you know, with this show, man, I really do appreciate like it doesn't pull its punches when it comes to things. This is it is a violent show.
Oh yeah, we saw somebody's like throat get ripped out.
Yeah, somebody's throat slit. Somebody literally shot in the face, and it wasn't a thing like they cut away from it or anything either. Like, I'm not gonna say this was on the level of like The Boys violence or anything, but it was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Given it's Disney and the MCU.
Right. From the episode itself, I kind of want to talk about the end. Who do you think he was calling?
Now, part of me thinks, what if it is Carol Danvers? Because, like, you got to think again. The way that you kill somebody with extremis is by blowing them up.
Right.
So it's like, I guess Carol Danvers could do it, but it's also just like, I don't know. Because you know what? I'm getting some WandaVision flashbacks with the aerospace engineer.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It was just random. Just amounts to no one.
Right.
And so that's what I'm hoping that does not happen here. But yeah.
I was thinking, what's up with Monica?
Maybe.
Because, like, we have to remember, in WandaVision, she's recruited by a Skrull.
Mm-hmm.
And the Skrull just goes,
yeah.
And, like, we haven't seen her, and we got this whole thing with Skrulls. So when does, like, it's just also the problem when you have this many shows, it's like, nobody knows when the fuck anything is happening. So, like, is this happening congruently with WandaVision? Is this happening after WandaVision?
I mean, this is definitely after WandaVision, because this WandaVision took place almost in probably, I think they said like a month after the blip, and this show takes place a few years after.
So,
not that that's making this like, not like this.
That doesn't make it any better.
Yeah, not that it's giving this like.
That kind of makes it worse, I think.
Yes, but if you were wondering,
I would think Monica would be interested in it, right?
Yeah.
Carol for sure. Like, I get Fury's point. like Fury literally says, "This is not a fight for superheroes. It's kind of personal to me because of my wife. My wife was a Skrull. Talos died." I kind of like I do like in this show the humanization of Fury, right? We've always
Yeah.
kind of seen him. I mean, he's always been. Excuse, if you hear an ambulance, it's in the background.
It's all good.
Fury is very similar to, I would say, somebody like Cap and their ideals, right? Cap is not afraid to serve somebody, but he's willing to call out the people he serves in the face of an injustice, right? We see that repeatedly with Cap. Fury does the same thing, right? But I would say Fury's like motives are a lot different. Like there's an ideological difference, right? I think Fury is like much more about like safety and security, and that's a big thing with any intelligence service. They'll trample on your freedoms for the idea of security, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at Fury with the Avengers DNA. That should have never happened, right? Like that's terrible. And then we could talk about, I know this is a world of superheroes, but the efficacy of having a race of aliens that are able to transform into humans being spies on Earth, right? That's obviously not like good as an intelligence agency. You know, he was working for Shield. We also have to remember Shield was basically Hydra. That's another problem. Like Fury's line of work ethically is not good, and intelligence agencies are not a good thing typically because they're government run, easily corruptible, that sort of thing. That's the line of work Fury's always been in.
Yeah.
So my thing with Fury is I appreciate his ability to be vulnerable in this and just move beyond that aspect, right? He didn't know his wife was a Skrull, right? Kind of find that hard to believe, but you know,
yeah,
it happened.
Sure.
And he has to credit his success to these people, right? Because without him, he's not in the position he is.
Yeah, kind of that argument that him and Talos were having.
Right. It's just really interesting. I appreciate the humanization of his character. I think, and it was something that was lacking, I think, at some points. But like besides that, I feel like it's been the same Nick Fury, just minus a couple of moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you think about like, you know, Rhodey? We knew Rhodey was a Skrull. Fury has a chance to kill him, but doesn't do it because he himself would be killed. What do you think about this whole storyline? What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's interesting, but it's one of those things that's like, man, you can't introduce that kind of stuff at the penultimate episode. Like, if that was something that was like introduced 2 episodes ago, maybe I'd have a different thought about it. But yeah, it's just, I feel like that's something that you shouldn't wait to introduce. Personally,
I mean, we've kind of known since episode 2 ourselves, right? We've kind of just known, but like it wasn't like shown until episode 4, right?
Yeah,
and it also wasn't surprising. It wasn't a twist at all, because he's literally the only superhero in the show.
Yeah.
So, like, of course you're gonna, the big Skrull is Rhodey.
Yeah.
No way.
Rhodey of all people. I don't know. I still feel really weird about Rhodey being the only superhero they brought into the show. It's also just, again, it also kind of goes more to the idea this show should not have been a Nick Fury show.
No.
Like, this also shouldn't have been a show. Period.
This should have been Captain America 4.
Sure, yeah. Honestly.
This should have been Captain Marvel 2.
Yeah.
Actually, even better, this should have been a fucking Avengers movie.
Because this is some Avengers level threat if I've ever seen one. It's just like, it feels really strange being like, oh yeah, this is just Nick Fury of all people's got this, not anybody else. No one
Also,
else.
the president of the United States was just like injured.
Mm.
Where is like Captain America? There's so many this is the problem. When you have this many superheroes, right? This is a problem that the first phase doesn't have because we kind of know where all the superheroes are. There are so many superheroes now that these problems should just like never happen.
Yeah.
Quite literally, we've talked about this ad nauseum, but quite literally, these problems should literally never happen. There were literally hundreds of superheroes just running around, and you're telling me you couldn't like spare one? Like one. If literally Fury could have done this. He could have been like, okay, you cannot leave my side at all because I can't trust you. If you just stay next to me, that's it. Just stay next to me the whole time, and we'll get this shit figured out. Imagine if you had, I don't know, Strange would have helped, right? Strange could obviously like reveal if somebody is a Skrull or not, but like, just anybody. I get Fury's point about like humans being able to fight for themselves. I get that. I 100% get that. It's cool. It's neat, especially in a universe that's been so succumbed by superheroes. But this is like not the problem that like should be dealt with by humans. This is quite literally the reason you made the Avengers. Like,
yeah. But no, man, the humans got it. They're good. They got it.
Like the Flag Smashers, I would get. That's what I get. Humans like fixing. That might get.
But no. The puny humans can take down these shapeshifters who can, in an instant, take over the mind and the memories of these huge people. Makes sense to me.
It makes a lot of sense. What did you think about Gaia and Priscilla's interaction and all of that?
I thought it was good. I thought it was actually like fairly intriguing. Like, not gonna lie with you, I actually like was kind of into it. I thought it was starting to get really interesting, and then I think they broke the tension pretty well with those people coming in. Which, like, were those Skrulls? Were those just random military people?
I'm pretty sure they were Skrulls.
But none of them transformed.
Right.
So I don't know.
See, yeah.
Don't make sense. But I digress. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about this show. You are. But yeah, it's just, to me, man, I just like... It's like when this show starts to get really good with some scenes, they cut away. Away. It's they keep cucking me, man. Like as bad as that sounds, like that is the best way to describe how I feel by this fucking show. Is at any time that it starts to get really good, it just cuts away, or it breaks the tension in a really, really weird way.
Right.
I'm just like, why? Why do that? Why do that? What's the point?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I just, again, I do love this show. But it's like, man, it's hard to want to watch this show on like a weekly basis. I honestly, it's just like, and I think the reason that it's so hard for me to like get into the show like that is like, again, the show just wasn't meant for TV, and it wasn't meant for two little people like Nick Fury and Taylor.
I agree.
So again, it's like, I like it.
I agree.
I like it, but it's like, I don't know. It's weird. The show's weird.
The show is very weird. I like it. Just the characters. I've had a hard time really resonating with the characters. I think the story is good. I think there are some really standouts. I think Sonya think Gaia's been really good. I think Amelia Clark has turned in a really good performance.
Yeah,
Her
absolutely.
her relationship with Gravik and Talos and then Fury, that
Mm,
whole I guess a pyramid or a triangle or whatever you want to say, a relationship.
mm.
That whole dichotomy has been really interesting to me.
Sure, yeah.
Uh, Gravik, I don't. I'm still not like. Oh, I
Yeah,
love this guy, but I'm like, oh, I don't like.
yeah.
He's being weird now. He's just turned into de facto really bad guy who's now killing his own people.
Yeah, he really did start off by being like fairly cool. Like he was a bad guy who meant business.
Right.
And now he's just kind of again, now he's just kind of turning into like bad guy who does bad things for reasons.
For his own self interest.
Yeah. And again, it's just like again, it's just like it's hard. It's just hard to buy into a character who I mean Gravik I feel like he's honestly had the worst of these like really bad tonal shifts for his character.
Right, because I think I can make an analogy to another Disney Plus villain. Like if he stayed on the trajectory that he was like in like episode 4, I was like very high on him. He would
Yeah.
have been like Arthur Harrow level villain to
Hmm.
me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Solid villain who's like whose belief system stayed the same way. We could kind of grasp it, but we
Mm,
still did not like him as an evil person. Now he
yeah.
has had this tonal shift where like Gravik, like his whole thing, obviously, like we always thought there was some power hungriness to him, but you can have that and also have him still be a compelling villain where he believes he was a better leader than Talos and wants to bring war to Earth and take over Earth.
Yeah.
Now his thing is I just want the power to myself and I'll sacrifice my people for it. And he
Mm,
says that was the whole point was sacrifice. Some people knew it, which is a lie. We know that.
mm,
Uh, and it's weird that just felt like a sudden change, right? It was. Yeah,
yeah.
even the scroll that was is impersonating as Rhodey was like, what the hell? Um,
Mm,
so that was like a very interesting, I think a poor tonal shift choice.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's just again when the series just it doesn't feel like it's. I said this I think last week. It doesn't feel like it's one step forward, two steps back. It just feels like one step forward, one step back.
Right.
We're just at this really weird stuck stall, and so it's like I hope that the finale does good. I hope it does really good. I hope it is much better, and I hope it really brings together everything.
I agree.
But it's like it's at this point where it's just like it doesn't have the problem where it's like, dude, there's like these 80 storylines. How is it going to conclude all of these storylines? It's just kind of like, okay, so there's one storyline, but how are you going to make a whole? I mean, how long do you think this finale is going to be?
30 minutes.
Something like that. But it's like, how do you draw that out for long enough?
It's literally just Fury going to meet Gravik for face off, which I don't know what the fuck Fury's gonna do.
Uh,
I
uh,
think we haven't even brought this up. I think the other problem is we know Fury lives.
yeah, that's the other problem because we know he's in the Marvels. So
There are literally no stakes. We know this character has to live.
what if? But what if
Oh
Gravik
god, don't
is
say it's a
Fury
fucking
in the
scroll.
Marvels?
Bro, what if the whole time Fury never came down? It was just a scroll.
That'd be crazy.
Dude, I would throw my TV out this window and I just like
Mhm.
I would never watch anything again.
But you know what?
It's probably
Don't
gonna
drop
happen.
stuff. Yeah, don't put it past yourself. Don't put it past yourself. Who knows? It could very much happen.
This show's been very predictable. Gaia's gonna kill Gravik.
Yeah. I mean,
And she's gonna become the leader of the Skrulls. following her father's footsteps.
It's almost like it writes itself.
You know, not that difficult because she kind of has some powers.
Yeah, she has at least Extremis.
Yeah.
At least that.
So we've seen him use only 2 of the powers, I feel like.
Yeah, we've only seen him use Groot and
Extremis.
I feel like we might have seen him use Call Obsidian in this episode, like with his strength.
Yes.
But Skrulls also do have super strength, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And what was the other one? Like the frost giant?
Yeah, the frost being or whatever.
So what is that one? Is that one just like that would be cool if like he could do fire and ice?
Yeah.
That would have been really cool to see.
Who knows, man?
By the way, this show had a $212 budget. I mean, 212 million. You know
I
what I
was
meant.
$212 budget. At some points, I could see it.
$212 million budget. Do you believe that?
I think so for the Skrulls, like animation, like for
Right.
the CGI of the Skrulls.
But everything is anytime they transition, they're in a dark room, so you can't like see everything.
Yeah, that dude.
This show is dark as shit. Like anytime I watch it, I'm like,
I'm telling you, listen. There is one thing that is an absolute turnoff for me as a viewer, and that is when I cannot fucking see the screen.
oh my god, the worst one, and I hate it so much is like the Obi-Wan finale. I can't see anything. I cannot see anything.
I don't mind that. I don't have a problem seeing that. But like literally though, when it's like this is like all you can see of the screen, like when you're trying to see me, because that's the only bit of light that you can see. It's just like why?
And it's not shining on the character's face. It's shining on just some random.
It's like, what's the point? But it's like, it's so like when we saw, like in this episode, I don't know. This show makes me so sleepy when I talk about it.
I know. I get disproportionately tired talking about this. I hope I don't do this for Ahsoka. I don't think I will, but
I don't. Yeah, when Fury like drives away in his car. Or when him and Sonya drive away, it's like, why did you have to cast that in super dark lighting? Were you trying to hide the fact that that was a stunt driver driving?
Right.
Come on now. Come on, Bob. You make millions of dollars. You could have easily CGI'd someone's face or put somebody who actually like somewhat resembled the 2 actors
right
in the car. It's just bad, man. Like, it's not bad. It's just like, ugh.
It's just it's okay. It's good. It's just not.
Yeah, it's like again, if the series followed literally anybody else, I feel like I wouldn't have these problems.
Yeah. Well, I was rewatching Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna finish it tonight, and I was just watching. I'm like, am I missing something from Nick Fury? Because I keep watching it. I'm like, because I wanted to see like some stuff with Fury in it, and I'm like, no, I'm not missing anything. They just thought we saw way more of him than we actually did, I think.
Yeah, he's not in the movies for like long.
Right. And it's been a long time since like we've actually seen him. Like, you know, so I don't know. I'd give this episode, I don't know, like a 7.5, 7.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm around like a 7 for this show.
I was gonna say, hold on. I can let me look some stuff up. Some stuff up, okay?
Some facts. You gonna know some facts?
Yeah.
Stuff we don't use on this show?
No, we use only facts. Can you guess in the entirety of the MCU before this show came out, how much screen time over the 30-something movies Nick Fury had?
I'm going to say under 2 hours.
66 minutes.
Dude, he had 1 hour and 7 minutes.
Now, coincidence that 66? Order 66?
Haha.
Coincidence? I think not.
6 minutes.
He has appeared he is also, at the time that this was made, he had also had one of the most appearances in the MCU total also.
Right, but to me, what matters more is the accumulated screen time. An hour and 6 minutes.
Yep.
Half of a movie.
That's all we have. Over 30 movies. That the average runtime of these movies is probably what? 2 hours, 7 minutes, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So his average screen time per movie is probably like 4 minutes.
Right, because he's in Iron Man 2,
Incredible Hulk. Or I think so, at least. No, I don't know if he was. But like Infinity War, Endgame, they're counting. I think they're also counting Skrull McFury in this too, so he could have even less. So like Far From Home.
Oh my God, he's probably less than an hour then.
Yeah,
he's quite literally less than an hour.
Yep.
And then if you take all the way to like the one scene he's in, under an hour with this guy.
Because you want to know what's funny? Yelena Belova is tied with Nick Fury for their screen time. She's new character, two projects. In 2 projects is tied. But you want to know what is kind of worse, though? Rhodey has even less. He has 59 minutes.
That makes sense.
He's been in roughly the same amount as Nick Fury.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But you want to know who is criminal for having this little screen time? T'Challa.
How long?
70 minutes total screen time.
He's just above. Wow.
Yeah. That's with Black Panther. That's with Infinity War. That's with Endgame.
Interesting.
And Civil War.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Do we want to do question of the week?
Do you want to?
Do you have one?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I don't think it'll be a long conversation, but it's worth the ask. It's worth
That's fine. Let's do it.
All right. Drew, after Secret Wars, should the MCU either reboot or continue as on its current story?
Now this is a tough one. This is a good one, actually. This is a tough one. I wasn't a huge fan of the people who were saying the MCU should have ended after Endgame. They might be right.
You know what I'm saying? In hindsight, they might be right.
I think Kevin Feige wants to run it forever. I really believe that. And I think he thinks he can. And I'm sure there are more great stories to tell. But at what point does it lose its magic? Because I already feel like it is. It's almost gone. We're gonna have some hits here and there, but when are you gonna ever have that sustained success?
You know what this feels? You know what the MCU feels like? It feels like an NCIS series.
Okay,
it just has like 90 seasons. One episode per season is good.
Right.
That's how I feel about.
Like Guardians was the one.
Yeah. That's how I feel. So if you want my honest opinion, I think they should reboot.
Reboot. So in the sense of reboot.
Like when I mean reboot, if you got to recast people.
So are we talking like
Iron Man's back. Cap's back. Like those, like no Smart Hulk, Thor's back. All these people are back. And I'm not saying then like, or even like, I don't know. I don't want to do a thing like what the Arrowverse did with the Crisis on Infinite Earths, where it just kind of undid every important character's deaths so that they were alive again. But like, just something, man. Just something where it freshens up the universe. I think that's what it needs. I don't think it needs a reboot. I think it needs a refresh.
Okay. Question. So if we do Secret Wars, if we do it kind of like the comics with Battle World, what happens if post Battle World? I don't know exactly what happens in Secret Wars, but like imagine it doesn't have to be exactly what happens. We just have a bunch of iterations of characters just plop back into the 616.
Sure. Or if honestly, if anything, Kang destroys most of the multiverse. But then what happens is when the Avengers win and Battle World does whatever it needs to, blows up, expands, whatever. What it does is it pulls the best heroes of the multiverse in.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it like I guess the best way you can do is it pulls everything towards it, and then it like bursts out.
Okay.
So, like for instance, it can bring in Venom. It can bring in Andrew Garfield. It can bring in. It can bring in Ben Affleck Daredevil. It can bring in. It can bring in, Blade. It can bring in.
Oh yeah, I'm liking this, man.
I don't know, random Fantastic Four or whoever.
Yeah.
Another universe's Scarlet Witch. Another universe's Doctor Strange. Like it does stuff like that, and
some nice villains too. We get some nice. I knew Thanos.
And then, like for instance, we cut to another universe where it's Tom Holland Spider-Man, and he's in a new universe. Bam! No Zendaya MJ anymore.
I like this. I'm liking this.
It's like bam. You just do that. You just get rid of, you refresh. You don't reboot. You keep the events the same. It's just now new universe.
Question.
Sure.
If, let's say after Secret Wars, what if I told you that the next phase would just exclusively focus on X-Men?
I honestly wouldn't want that.
Really?
Yeah. I gotta be honest. I feel like
what if we just didn't focus on Avengers characters at all, like
because
just
then
X-Men for a whole phase?
If we're still in the context,
saga.
Because I feel like if we're still in the context of the MCU, I feel like I'm still gonna be asking, where's Doctor Strange at? Where's Wong at? Where's Captain America at? Where's this person at? Where's this person at? Where are these people at? This crisis could have been solved if Doctor Strange was there. And so I feel like if you're just like, oh, well, Doctor Strange was off battling Dormammu again during this, it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And I would like to see that. That's why I don't want to see things focusing. I feel like when you have like in the Infinity Saga, for example, that's why I really liked it so much. Because like for a good majority of it, Doctor Strange, for example, wasn't an Avenger, but we were still able to focus on him. So that when, for example, a civil war of the Avengers was breaking out, there's no question of, well, where's Doctor Strange at during that?
Right.
Where's the Ancient One during that?
Right.
And so that's what I like is when they're able to, you're still able to focus on the core story, because I still feel like the core story of the MCU is the Avengers. But I feel like
you still feel that way now?
Mostly, yeah.
I would agree. I was just wondering. I would agree still.
I just feel like, though, because Phase 4 and 5 won't have Avengers movie, I feel like a lot of people may disagree with that and say, like, oh, we might be diverging somewhere else, which is fair. But I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like the MCU is about the Avengers. It's not about really anybody else.
Right.
And it's not to say that the X-Men can't exist in the MCU because of that. I just feel like a whole phase or a saga just about the X-Men would just be too much.
I don't think so. I think they warrant a whole saga.
Maybe a whole phase, but not a whole saga.
I mean, I think that I'm telling you, the X-Men are that big. I mean, I think the X-Men are bigger than if you ask a regular fan.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with you with that, but it's just like, look, the MCU is always gonna kind of have this problem that it's like, look,
I feel it'd be a disservice if they didn't do it. Like if they did literally a whole decade plus with Avengers, and then they just brought the X-Men in. They're kind of like, we can just include you. I feel like that'd be a big disservice to those characters.
But I also feel like, you know, I don't know. Look, the X-Men and the mutants, they're always going to have this big thing. People are going to say, well, I guess better late than never.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's be real, if it was up to Kevin Feige, he probably would have had the X-Men probably introduced in like phase 1 or 2.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like a reset or something, a refresh, then I wouldn't mind. But then you'd have to think, like, if they do this refresh and the X-Men and all that are there, you know, would you want to see only X-Men when you could say, hey, this Andrew Garfield Spider-Man is now the MCU Spider-Man?
I would say yes, because I only saw we only really focused on, like, in the Infinity Saga, like 12 characters. That felt like the story was better because it was more grounded. I feel like now we have so many characters, and what made the MCU so special in that first, saga, the Infinity Saga, was the fact that they were always so close and interconnected, that personal relationships that had lasting ramifications, right?
Yeah.
They took a different model with the multiversal saga. They said, let's have a bunch of stories. Some of them are going to really matter to the saga. Some of them aren't. But you're not going to have that interconnectedness, and you won't get that until Kane Dynasty, or maybe a team-up movie with Captain America 4.
Right.
And to me, that's where they missed the mark. That's the big miss in the mark, is the fact that you have a bunch of these characters that some we don't care about. And one of the big reasons we don't care about them is because they're not in their typical role. Like the Secret Invasion. We like Nick Fury when he's dealing with Avengers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nick Fury on his own, though, we're not so interested in it. I think, to me, if you did a whole saga with the X-Men, just building X-Men characters, X-Men world, you could do it. You could do it. Absolutely, you could do it. You could absolutely do a whole saga with the X-Men. Build them up, build their own side of the universe, and then slowly but surely, you can do it within the saga itself. Have our heroes that we have, the Avengers, Avengers adjacent characters, street level characters, interact. And then once you built that world, you can have them come in. Because the X-Men kind of, to me, obviously their story is a story of oppression, and it's analogous to oppression that many different cultures and religions and races have experienced, and that's why they're relatable. If you can kind of do that, build their story, and then have them introduced into the wider world, I think it would make a lot more sense. And I think it would be more grounded, and we get back, like, let's just say hypothetically, because I think this might be the way they go. They have Hugh Jackman's Wolverine as the one who recruits the 616 mutants. Imagine if we had, like, Hugh Jackman as, like, the Tony Stark of the X-Men. And then throughout that, we get the big build-ups, the big battles, them versus Magneto, them versus whoever.
Yeah. It's like, I see where you're going with it. It's just like, for me personally, I feel like I just miss the Avengers at that point. It's like, I don't know. Now, granted, this is all dependent on, like, well, hey, what event, or like how long are these phases going to be? Because if this is like phase Infinity Saga, MCU, I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to be without them for like years.
A decade. Yeah.
Now, if this is like Multiverse Saga, okay, well, we'll be without them for 6 years tops.
Right.
So I think that's kind of where it comes from, where it's just like, I don't know if I'd be okay saying not goodbye, but see you later to these, to these massive people for a long, long time.
But let me ask you, even though we care, we still think the Avengers are like kind of the backbone of this whole thing, and I would still agree with you. who are currently in the Avengers right now?
Wong, Shang-Chi, probably Captain America.
Yeah.
Wong,
Yeah.
he definitely won. Yeah, I think that's it. Look,
Right?
Look. They're having a bit of a rough patch. It's
The
like,
Avengers aren't a team anymore. They don't exist.
hey, you don't know that.
Think about the X-Men. Oh my god, think about this. And you can even have MCU. You could still have Wanda.
Mm.
You could have hell. We learned Miss Marvel has the
Yeah.
mutation. You could have Miss Marvel.
It's
Imagine.
not the same.
But the thing is, the only thing with the X-Men, like if the one thing that would piss me off, Magneto, like not actually being the dad,
Mm.
unless they did some retconning, which I think they can do. They can just be like, "Hey, your dad, bad mutant, bad mutant."
Oh,
Good
I don't know.
sometimes.
I don't know how I feel about that.
You don't know? Oh my god! Imagine we retroactively figured out that Magneto was. Well, they couldn't do that. Well, they could do that actually. They could just be like, Wanda, you were adopted.
Wanda, bro, you were adopted. It's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's just how
But
it
you know
goes.
what? But you know what? I support it. I
You can have
support
Tommy and Billy
maybe.
as X-Men, little X-Men.
No, not as X-Men because they weren't X-Men in the comics. Don't make them X-Men now.
Beast, Mystique.
Again, it's like I'm not saying
Those characters are so cool though. Like they deserve a whole like saga. Like, dude, we have to remember Iron Man. Iron Man was like B list, like C list before.
Listen, young lady. I get it. And I'm not saying that.
God damn it, Alex! The Avengers don't matter anymore, man.
No, I'm not saying that we shouldn't have the X-Men. I'm saying that I don't think they should be the primary focus of a potentially 10-year series.
I understand that. But I think there's enough content to do that.
Do you understand it?
I do understand it. I do get it.
Are you
I just want good X-Men stories, man.
No. How about that?
I'm
gonna have the writers of She-Hulk write every single X-Men story.
Oh god. But I just want good X-Men stories. Can I not have that?
Nope. Why would you get that when you could have the She-Hulk writers write your series?
Oh god.
Do you not like them or something? Like,
I mean, I got nothing against the writers. I just got stuff against what they wrote.
I got stuff against the writers.
You got beef with them?
Yes. I do.
No, man. I think the X-Men are warranted a whole saga. And I think it would be nice if we took a little break from the Avengers, like a long extended break. And I think like Feige, that's like his last card, man. He's still got the ace up the sleeve, right? Like if this doesn't work out, he's like, man, here we go. Welcome to the Mutant Saga. Announces it at Comic-Con. Yay! Everything about the mutants. And he gets everybody back on board. And then he can make another 7 years worth of content. And then we get whatever after that. Which by then will be 2040.
Or, if we're being realistic, it'll be 2030. That's what. It's going to be. He's 9 movies a year and 6 shows. That's what you get.
Probably.
He said, you want the X-Men? You'll get the X-Men already.
You'll get the X-Men.
You're going to get them. That's for certain.
Yeah. I don't got anything else to say.
No, I don't either.
That was a good discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, folks. Well, thank you for watching episode number 100 of the Wars in the Stars podcast. We recapped Secret Invasion episode 5, talked about our favorite moments on the podcast, and answered the question of the week: should the MCU reboot? Alex, as always, thank you, my friend.
Yeah, of course. Sorry, I just had to burp.
That's okay. That's all right.
Sorry.
And as always, folks, may the Force be with you, and may you stay burdened with glorious purpose. We will see you next week for episode 101, where we'll recap the finale, finally, of Secret Invasion. See you, everybody. Peace.